Hi, welcome to Gentmoot 5, this time with special guest, Terror. Woo. Hello, Terror.
You alright, Christian? Giorgio?
Alright,
How are y'all doing?
very good, thank you. Good to have you.
Is it?
No.
Yes, depends how. Just don't swear too much.
I'll try not to swear, but I feel a few will leak through here and there.
That'd be a section, because as we're about to talk about 50 Shades today.
Yes, this is our special 50 Shades of Grey
Oh God.
review episode.
Yeah.
We agreed to watch 50 Shades of Grey.
Yesterday, we all watched 50, we all
Yeah,
watched
well-
50 Shades of Grey.
And
We watched it for free, by the way.
courtesy of Christian and the View Cinema for giving out free tickets to their establishments.
Sponsors.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, The View. But, how do you even describe the film, Christian? How can we even describe it?
Well, I think before we go into it, we should put a little disclaimer. Obviously, talking
Yeah.
about 50 Shades, there will be explicit.
There's going
It'll
to be
be semi-explicit.
semi-explicit. There is going to be some reasonably detailed descriptions.
Oh, I will bleep out swears,
Yeah, that.
but
you
leave
mean
in all the anal fisting.
and
Gubbins.
the bead sticks. And the bead sticks.
Yeah, what are they?
and the swords?
Bead swords.
They had like wooden swords.
Yeah, with little balls on. I was like, what?
His playroom.
Like
I don't understand.
So he's like a sadist,
Like your
sort
Xbox?
of a sadist at night, and then a Bushido warrior that goes out and fights crime at night. But where should we start with the film? Where should we start?
Let's start.
Where
Story.
was it?
I think you usually know
Trailers.
the story.
What?
Trailers. Story was in the trailers.
What?
Talk about, yeah, the
We had
trailers.
Cinderella, Pitch Perfect 2.
That was good.
Oh yeah, we had the trailer. Yeah.
Someone said something yesterday how it was interesting to see what trailers go before specific films. Like
Well, they did. It did say
50
as well
Shades, there
that.
was like all like kind of girly-ish films.
Yeah, but then again, could you classify 50 Shades as a chick flick? I don't even.
Not really.
I don't even know.
But it's for girls. It's like
Thinking
it's girl
about
porn.
it,
It's like
It's
girl
for
porn.
girls, but it's not a chick flick.
Girl porn.
I was
I didn't-
thinking about it last night, and it's a film about like a woman's sexual awakening or something. And
Forced
It's-
sexual awakening.
there
at
is
that.
The Force Awakens.
Yeah, the.
Full sound.
Oh god,
In the
that's
playroom.
that's the sequel. The next one, 50 Shades of Grey 2, The Force Awakens.
That's good.
50 Shades darker side of the Force.
We're still on trailers. What else? The gritty kind of reboot of Cinderella. I'm getting
Yeah.
kind of sick of seeing like gritty reboots of like classic children's stories.
What have you done so far?
They done Cinderella. They done Hansel and Gretel
Did they?
as well.
Oh yeah,
What
with
was the one?
Jeremy Renner
Yeah, that's it.
And
and Bond girl number
They
406.
did, Snow White. They've done Snow White.
Yeah, they
Snow
did.
White,
Oh,
yeah.
Snow
by the way,
Twilight and Thor.
by the way, this is Chris behind the camera.
Chris is
Hi,
a
Chris.
techie man now.
Hello.
We've ditched Rich.
My
Ditch
partner
Rich.
in crime for the Starling
Cousin
graduates. Little advertisement.
Subscribe.
Man.
Subscribe.
Terry is
I will be your
one of the
project.
Stalin graduates
Starling
on
graduates.
their YouTube channel.
I
That's
like,
the same name.
that. I like that.
Oh, I'm
When-
being a sarcastic.
When are you
little
two going to
bit.
make new videos? That'd be cool. When are you two going to make?
We do actually have one in waiting.
Cool.
We have two waiting.
Two in waiting, technically. It's just I'm waiting for
Because
you
they're
to
both
colour grade
waiters.
one of them.
At a restaurant.
Seriously, this could have been out like weeks ago.
I got.
AIDS. No?
Do you want to have this conversation later?
Yeah, let's have it.
Continue.
Yeah,
Cut this out, dude.
we're in
Cut
the
this
middle
out.
of a
No,
podcast.
we're done with cutting things out for now.
Right.
Okay, cool.
So, there was a trailer for a car, and
Yeah.
the words were like a machine
Too fast,
gun.
yeah.
Did you read that?
I can read some of it. But
I think that trailer was made by the slow-mo Zovo guys.
But
the
you-
slow-mo guys. I was thinking of.
But Terry, can
Yeah.
you tell us the car advert? Could you? You could tell us the car
I
advert.
knew it was a car advert.
Yeah,
That's
so
probably
you,
'cause
you
I
can
saw
kind of see there was a car advert. Was there any other interesting adverts actually?
What
Go
was the
away
one with
from-
Simon Pegg? The one with Simon
Oh,
Pegg?
that
Oh,
was
that one.
about a woman who.
Boy meets girl. They both have a book, and she's like,
It's a blind
"Uh,"
date.
and
innit?
he's like, and then she's like, yeah, all right. I'm quite looking forward to the Cinderella
Yeah,
one
that'd
because
be
it's
good.
directed by
Cool.
Kenneth Branagh, and I like him.
Dude.
He
Heard
played
of him, I just can't remember who
he
he
played
is.
Gilderoy Lockhart in
Oh,
Harry
that,
Potter episode 2.
that little slug
Attack
and
of the
lettuce.
Snakes.
Yeah, the
Slugger.
Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah, Gilderoy Lockhart.
Is
he
he
was
the
a
one
spoony one.
He also directed the first Thor movie.
Is he
Wow.
Is he the one? Kenneth Branagh? Is he the one who hosts the South Bank show? Kenneth.
He
What?
hosted, well not hosted, but he was like the main character in
Sorry.
the Olympics
Was he?
thing. Do you remember that? The Olympics opening ceremony?
Was he the narrator? Was he? Or
He was a guy, yeah, kind of. He was a guy in a top hat.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
So,
So
move
yeah,
on.
I look forward to Cinderella.
Yeah, should we move back into 50 Shades?
Let's move
Yeah,
back into.
God.
So
you move back into 50 Shades, like Christian moved back into Anna after she disappeared, and then he
Oh,
came
not
back.
me. Like,
Back
No,
and
no,
forth.
that, like Christian Grey, not this Christian.
awkward.
Yeah.
Orcs.
So what was
I've taken
sorry?
the
What was the
Hobbits
bit
too. I
where
said,
she sent him a text? Well, it said it was nice knowing you. So he just comes round to her house and shags
was
her.
nice?
With champagne as well.
He comes with
Was it
champagne and
champagne?
2
Didn't look
glasses,
very fizzy.
and then he gives her a kiss, throws her onto the bed, and then rips
Yeah.
her bloody jeans off,
Ties her up.
ties her arms up, so she's like that on the bed, and then puts her t-shirt over
Gives
her
her
eyes.
a great British pounding.
Don't. Not quite at first. First, he does a little bit of the old kissy body, and then he gets an ice cube, puts it in his
Oh, yeah.
dirty gob,
Rubs
and
it
then
about her
rubs
person.
it around. Rubs it. He goes
Leaves
starts
it in
at
the
the
belly
neck,
button.
goes for the nipples. Oh, and then goes over to the other one. Plot twist. And then goes down to the belly button and just leaves it there. I hope to actually put the ingredients for a martini in there and try to
And
drink
then
her.
flip.
And bang, 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 bang.
This is why Terry's on this episode.
But you only get to see boobs. That's a bit.
Yeah, actually, you see a little bit of bush.
Know that.
Bit of bush. I
quite
think
a lot of bush.
I think
Yeah.
there's quite a lot of bush, to be honest.
there was quite a bit of bush.
a bit too much bush.
Yeah, she needed a trim. It was like the Amazon down there.
I think they're both.
Or
need a bit
Wookiee
of a
hole.
trim.
Or Wookiee hole.
No, with blokes.
A Wookiee's hole.
Wookiee hole.
But with blokes, it's kind of okay
I
because
can't do a
we're
chin
naturally
impression.
ugly and hairy. I mean, I don't shave down
Oh
there.
yeah.
I leave
Oh yeah.
it to
We
grow.
see a bit of Christian's bush, do we?
Actually,
Yeah, we
2
actually
seconds,
see
2 seconds.
we see about 1/8 of an inch of his penis. And it says he opens his jeans, puts the just starts putting his boxes down, and you see a small sliver of penis.
Although the shot is mostly pubic.
Yeah, it's mostly pubic. What? I've never used that sentence before.
So basically, this story is like going back and forth. Relation. She's going back and forth with Christian.
To be honest,
basically.
I quite like the movie.
That's what the plot is.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, but
enjoyed
it's
it.
not for the right reasons,
No.
really, was it?
No.
I didn't really-
I went in there. I mean, I knew.
The cinematography was great.
Yeah.
I will say the cinematography
I feel-
was
I
really
liked
well
it.
done.
But I feel so bad for the director trying to make that bad written book so good, but failed.
Yeah, well, basically what they should have done is smart. At the end of the day, is what it is, isn't it? It's just a dirty book that you
Smart,
read,
yeah.
just for a little bit of. It's a little extra thrill, you know what I mean? It's a cheap thrill.
Yeah, but
So,
it's not even
sorry.
thrilling. People like.
They should have kept it just. If they'd have just kept it of the smut that it actually
Oh,
is.
smut.
Yeah, they should have.
Everything is smart.
No,
We're
smut.
smut.
As in just, like a dirty, cheap thrill, basically. That's what smut is. And they should have kept it like that instead of trying to make it a professional smut film, you know? They shouldn't have tried to make it professionally good. They should have tried to make it smutty good. And then it would have
Video.
actually been more fun.
Yeah.
I probably would have, bashed the bishop a bit in there.
Made the bold man.
And look, I
cry.
didn't even swear with it. I didn't even swear with that. I could have said one.
You done quite well so far, Harry. You done quite well. You've done good.
No, we got 2 dings already.
Oh, we got some.
The thing is, it's not even. I get that I'm not the audience. We're not the audience. It's more for women.
For women who are
horny
frothing at the
middle-aged
gash.
people. Horny middle-aged
But
people.
I didn't even think it was hot.
No,
There was no sexiness to it.
there was.
No.
I liked the thing as well that he says he's
There was
not
like a lot of more sex than I've seen in another movie.
There was it was a 2 hours and 5-minute film,
It's just-
and I actually read on the trivia on the Internet Movie Database there was about 18 minutes of sex. They're essentially cardboard cutouts that shag each other. That is essentially what those two are. Because there is the thing where Christian is basically a control freak, innit? But
Yeah.
and there was he gets most grief. But to be honest, they're both idiots.
Yeah.
They both can't make their minds up. They don't know. They're not even human.
Thing is, though, yes, he was controlling her mentally.
but
I mean, physically.
He was quite
But
possessive.
Yeah,
she
she
was
was
like
controlling
she
him
was
with
in
the power
control
and boo.
mentally.
She was in the.
She was really though. She became in charge in the second half.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I don't think about it. She was like, she was fully taking charge in this scene, which was
And
a really
taking
good
one of
scene. You know when
these.
they were discussing the contract, and they were like making the changes to it. She was in
Well,
charge.
there is
then,
kind
and
of-
then after that, she was all like,
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
what was it? She said no to the anal and vaginal fisting, and genital clamps,
Oh yeah.
which is perfectly sane, and that's a perfectly reasonable thing. But then they say it's the most intense scene. Isn't even really that intense, is it?
Oh, yeah. The
no.
playroom.
She was
It's-
like, do
tame.
your worst to me. Do
Yeah.
what you want, and then.
Dude, she gets whipped hard on the arse about 6 times, and then she's angry
With a
at
belt.
him
And she
for
cried.
it.
She was crying.
She was crying, and she was angry at him for it, and she asked for it. Asked.
Huh? I don't get it.
Maybe do I.
Asked. but do you think it's still messed up, or it's still messed up anyway? Or no?
It's kind of messed up. I mean, the BDSM community are insulted, for one.
Yeah.
And
I don't get why people think it's rape. It's not.
it is rape.
There's definitely a mystery to the
rape.
Mr. Grey character because we just knew nothing about him. There was no.
We know
Backstory.
nothing about either of them really.
I-
We know that Anna has a mother. We also know.
Christian has a mother.
Wow.
And a sister, adopted sister.
And
Victoria.
maybe a bit more ands. A brother.
Whoa.
Isn't that the guy who does all the chauffeuring?
And also,
Elliot.
to be
Ellie-
honest,
no.
to be
Is that
honest,
Bum. His brother, yeah.
I found his backstory appealing in a way.
Wait, what?
His backstory of Miss Rob. That's the only thing I like. That's one of the best. That's
Miss Robinson. Oh,
found it
Miss
appealing.
Robinson.
Yeah,
Like
that's
a
a-
banana.
The paedophile
That's like
who took me into a dungeon at 15 years old and spanked the ever-loving shit out of me,
That was quite weird.
and then burnt my damn chest with cigarettes.
6 years he was
It's-
Mrs.
it-
Robinson submissive.
Yeah.
Why do you find it appealing?
Yeah, that's actually good. But why do you find it
no, I
appealing?
mean like it's convincing.
Like a
How he says
banana.
it's convincing.
Oh, right.
It's only bits of convincing when he says it. It's more convincing
I
acting.
found none of it
You
convincing.
were interested in finding more about his past.
Yeah, I think I like you told backstory as well.
'Cause the-
Don't they say his backstory in the sequels? I'm not sure.
I don't know. We'll have to find out, won't we? There's definitely something to be said about the irony in both of their names. Say Christian Grey,
And still.
and there's like shades of grey, whereas everything about him is black or white. He's so like
there's no in
this
between.
or nothing.
There's no in between really.
Yeah.
He's either one extreme or the other, and that's
Yeah.
that's not personality. That's bad writing.
The problem with this film is loads of
E.L.
dialogue.
James.
Is that it's loads of dialogue in it. That's what do you think? Loads of dialogue in it.
I think it could have done
Yeah.
better as a silent French movie.
Yeah. Yeah. To be honest, I was like,
The artist about the arse fist.
to be
Thank you for
Play
watching
your
slash
words,
listening.
yes.
Let's go home.
to be honest, I was thinking, Look, when's the next 16 going to be on so I can laugh at it? When's the next
Yeah,
16?
Right.
Was that in your mind?
Sex scene.
He says that he doesn't do romance, but then when he finds out she's a virgin, it makes tender, sweet fuck.
He's
love
very
to her.
contradictory every scene.
Yeah.
I don't make love.
And now I'm going to make love to you.
Hard. And then they make love. I don't sleep with people.
I
And
was-
then-
there was
I don't
actually-
sleep with anyone ever. And then they sleep together 3 times.
2 or 3 times,
right
yeah.
after.
And what was the line as well where he just randomly comes out with
I don't
it?
do the whole boyfriend thing. And then
No,
he's
meeting.
like, let's go on a date every week.
Yeah, but then as I said, there was the line where he just comes out with it randomly and just says, "I want to fuck you into next week," and I actually went just wow.
Yeah.
That was
I
funny.
shouted out quite loud in the cinema, "Wow!"
That was a shock.
Yeah.
She was a bit of a tease. I like the way she was playing with his mind, though. She was good at that.
Yeah. Too much dialogue in the film. Too much dialogue.
Way too much.
Way too bad.
Yeah.
Way too much bad dialogue.
We were in the cinema for like 3 hours, were we? 3 hours?
The worst line, though, was when they're in that middle of the argument and he just he finds a table to go over to so he can put his hands on it and look dramatic and then goes, "'Cause I'm 50 shades of fucked up." That was
Credits. 15
That was
We
stupid.
laughed.
shades. And that's why it's called that, because of that one badly written line.
Which, like I say, it's all adapted over
terrible.
from Twilight fan fiction as well, isn't it? So,
I could clearly see the resemblance of Edward Cullen and him.
both pasty white people who just stare at their stare at the woman.
Yeah. He was very Cedric Diggory-y.
Yeah, I'm only going to remember Rob Pattinson as Cedric Diggory because I don't want. He could be a nice guy. So he's
Cedric the Entertainer Diggory.
we can't entertain anymore. He's dead.
No, he's not.
He's a vampire. He'll never die.
No,
In
such
Harry
a...
Potter universe, he's dead.
Oh, yeah.
Spoiler.
Oh, I thought you mean,
What?
I thought you mean the
Seriously,
actor.
whoa.
I thought
Like
you
Spoilers.
Voldemort's like wow
back.
spells.
Voldemort's back!
Let's talk about 50 Shades.
Right, yeah, back to 50 Shades
Okay,
and
and
not
yeah.
Harry Potter and the 50
So,
Shades of Hermione.
Yeah, with their names again. And she... What did you say? I missed that.
Oh, it's a Harry Potter and the 50 Shades of Hermione. To be honest, I wouldn't like. Emma Watson would have been great in that. Actually,
Yeah.
I would have actually paid money to see that just to see her naked.
Say.
Yeah, look at that. She's talking about gender equality, and I just want to see her naked. She's doing a lot of those things. Right,
You could have done a Harry Potter one, 50 Shades of Grey back? Is that his name?
No, 50 Shades
Fenrir
of
Greyback is a
Dumbledore.
werewolf.
50 Shades of Dumbledore.
Of his
Because Dumbledore's gay. Isn't he? Dumbledore's gay.
Reboot.
Dumbledore, the character, is gay.
How do you know?
It's actually.
J.K. Rowling said so.
Yeah, J.K. Rowling said so,
After
and it
release of
is
the
actually
sixth book,
hinted in some of the books as well. But yeah, Dumbledore likes the man sausage.
He likes the wand.
He loves the wand.
if
Read
Snape-
penis.
If Snape was alive, would you see a Brokeback Mountain with Dumbledore and Snape? Would you see it?
Wow. No, Dumbledore.
Only if Snape was alive, not if Dumbledore was alive.
Go wrong.
I probably would. And it's Dumbledore's broken back because he
Yeah,
fell
but
off the
Dumbledore,
tower.
sorry.
Then they would.
sorry,
No, it could be between Harry and Ron, but then they can't engage in intercourse because you need a soul to have sex, and Ron is knackered in that department.
What about Harry? He's got extra soul from Voldemort's.
Oh yeah.
So we're good.
Technically, because he's actually a half-blood. He is Harry.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else to talk about 50 Shades of
Yeah,
Grey?
well, yeah, 50 Shades, not 50 Shades of Hermione.
Yeah, and also
Ow, yes.
Anastasia's name is called Anna Steele. And like
Anastasia
Steele's a strong metal. And then she gets welded and
Oh yeah,
She gets
receives-
crafted
she
in many
receives-
ways in
She
the playroom.
receives the steel.
so it's like the way
The
he's
man
called grey, but he's always black and white, and she's called Steel, but she's She's not. She doesn't get very hard in the movie. I mean, he does, but I mean,
She has
she's
rubber
like,
put in her.
she is.
Well, there's a penis attached to it. That
There's
was a
certain irony to
condom
them,
joke.
To the yep.
Also, I think the story would have actually been more realistic if Christian Grey was a plumber who'd come round to do the pipes, just like any traditional porno. It would have been more realistic if they had done that, and suddenly, she had like Anna had like really big breasts. Just it'd have been more realistic if it was porn.
Yeah.
It would have been more realistic if Sasha Grey was getting ripped in half by something.
Do you know
That's
Sasha
what she
Grey?
does, right?
Of course I do.
And Christian, do you
I
know who he is?
don't
Do you know who Sasha Grey is?
No, I thought
She's
that
a
was singer.
retired porn star. Worth
well,
the
that's
bash. I swear she did like over 1,000 films. She would have been better for this film, to be honest.
What was her favourite? I'm not asked what's your favourite one.
So
No.
The one where she's dead.
I don't think it's a love story at all.
It's
No.
not even
It's
a
not a romance.
story.
Why was that out on Valentine's Day? That's so weird.
Because it's supposed to be romantic.
To get audiences a bit moist.
Marketing.
Ching. Mate.
Oh, and like I said, what's it? Women, what is it? Because so I've read the book. Well, most of the first book.
Now let's just say that's because Terry does videos where he puts on the different voices to read it.
Yeah, that's on the Starling Graduate
one of those
channel as
people.
well. Just I didn't read it because I wanted to. I just want to do voices.
Take the piss.
to
Like
it.
in the description,
Yay!
if you're lucky.
Yeah. Oh.
And
But yeah, what's it? The book is funny. Like the comedy is in Anastasia's inner monologue, like my inner goddess. Let me do my Nick Cage. My inner goddess is about to explode. And as I said, the inner monologue is funny because it's just so badly written. But with the film, there's no inner monologue, so like 90% of the comedy is gone. So if you're actually going there really to laugh at it, you're not really gonna get much out
Yeah,
of it.
where's the he pressed his thumb against the front wall of my vajay.
Oh no, that
Comedy gold, come on.
we got to think of the E.L. James way of writing. He places his hand at the entrance of my sex.
I just want to point out, he finds out that she's a virgin, and he goes, "Where have you been all my life?" And then he straight up, "Let's do it straight away. Let's fix that problem."
Let's
You're a
cause
virgin?
you to bleed.
Oh, okay. Let's solve that, shall we?
Let's cause you to bleed.
And then
Vaginally.
it did exactly what I knew the film was going to. It was going to be kind of slow motion, kind of montage with music in the background. Then, when they start, pan up.
yeah,
That's all pan up.
Yeah,
The first scene,
cliched.
Think?
The cinematography
was really good.
was
I got
really
compliment
good.
on that,
I ain't
yeah.
gonna lie, the cinematography was really good.
Especially in the scene when they're discussing
AIDS.
the terms to the contract.
Oh yeah.
And
And
also-
they're having their little business meeting.
And
I
also,
like that.
and also Christian look at
It
the
was
buildings.
shot well.
Also, when Christian was looking at the buildings outside.
Actually, what do you think? Whether the thing in Twilight, they said they just sort of stare at each other, don't they? They do this in this film as well. But the thing I see in Christian's eyes, Christian Grey's eyes, not your eyes, my darling.
Thank you.
You do have lovely eyes there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lovely eyes.
Yeah.
Let me rub them.
Lovely eyes. Lovely eyes.
But yeah, the thing I saw in his eyes when he was looking at Anastasia, like when you see a really gorgeous woman and you just sort of mentally undress her a little. He was mentally undressing her and then tying her up and suspending her from the ceiling.
When he was in the shop.
I saw a crane in the film and I'm surprised she wasn't hung from that on a building site.
My God.
It's really odd that you'd expect with any good storytelling, if something comes in at the beginning, it'll come into play again some point near the end of the film. Like he goes into the shop,
end.
he buys cable ties and rope. I guess he used the rope.
Sinister.
But like the cable ties and the duct tape, they just played no part in the shop. Like after the shop scene,
I
And
just
it's
felt like shouting out,
what's the point?
foreshadowing!
Foreshadow, but there is no foreshadow. It's like 3 at best, and then no shadow. There was no shadow in this movie, okay? That's how good the lighting was.
Also, did the movie even technically end?
The film didn't have an end. I think the film
It
ended,
ended,
but
but-
it didn't have an end.
Yeah, it was just sort of
Stupid.
It was one of the most unsatisfactory endings.
It was.
It's like I was trying. I was, and
Okay.
And you went, is that it?
only joking.
Yeah, as soon as the credits started rolling, like all of us.
Wait, what?
What?
That is that it?
What?
Literally,
What?
the end.
What
is,
else? What else is happening? Is that no?
The end was sort of like she's angry at him. She's walking into the elevator. Christian sort of gives chase. They look at each other. As the door closes, they go, Anna, Christian. And then
Which
it
is
closes.
the only thing repeated
Yeah.
from the beginning.
And then it closes, and then the film ends.
we
Like I
like
said,
sports.
I really had the missed opportunities to shout out, "No, this is Patrick."
No,
this
is Patrick.
Damn, I didn't know Patrick became Butch.
No, this is
Well,
And 3 people.
when you go through,
Yeah.
No,
the
this is
yeah,
Patrick.
you'll have to.
Patrick became Butch and 3 people.
No, this is Patrick.
And well, wasn't this stuck up Anna's arse at one point?
I believe. So.
Well, something similar to it
believe
probably.
so.
I like. Well, the playroom. We haven't got to the playroom
Oh
yet.
god.
Well,
Oh,
like
the
where you play at Xbox and stuff.
Oh yeah, you know, he had a mad games room, didn't he?
Definitely a big one.
All them Xboxes and PlayStations.
All about the modern warfare with those swords with
I think,
balls
yeah,
on.
yeah, I think that is
Beam
actually that he was going Modern Warfare on Anna's arse.
The anal beads.
Partially.
I wonder if you can get that and Summers.
You probably can. It is a sex.
And they have a 50 Shades range now.
Yeah, I'd imagine they would, because well, apparently it actually has. This film has increased the activity of bondage play in couples, and it's actually caused a damn sight more injuries now as
And
well.
I guess it's boosted sales of rope,
Because I tell yeah, I
Being
tell you,
cable
cute,
ties,
Yeah, being cute.
duct
Cable-
tape.
and
You're looking at me like that for?
ties, not just cable ties.
Yeah, you've been
and
there.
ties.
Chris. And ties, still
And
ties.
ties.
Oh, I was.
You're going to tie your lady up later, aren't you?
Christian.
And treat her to a nice meal.
Christian. Terry, do you have any favourite bits of in the film or now?
Highlights.
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 If you have one.
Kind of the bit like I guessed some of the lines as well for one. wasn't
Some
it?
of the dialogue
Like,
was really like,
it's-
please do not say what I know exactly
Yeah, like when
is about to be
Anna
said.
says, "You're gonna make love to me now," and he just so he goes, "I don't make love," and I just went, "I fuck hard," and he's, "I fuck hard." I was like, guessed. It's predictable. That was kind of a highlight.
You gotta keep it in. You gotta keep that in.
He's very stalkerish as well, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
Like when she's
She
at
goes somewhere
work.
else, suddenly he's there.
Yeah, like she's at well, like there's two
It
instances.
follows.
It's well, technically 3 instances of it. The one was the bedroom where he came in with a champagne and stuff like that, and then
I think
just
it was white
buggered
wine.
her. The first one was when like they hadn't properly met. It was just after the interview stuff.
Oh, you're talking about when she was in the bar and she was
no,
pretty
when
drunk.
this is when she's at work. Like
Oh yeah, he turns up at work.
yeah, what's it like? I think the manager asked, Anna, can you come and help me with some stuff out
And she goes,
back?"
yeah, I'll be right there. And then,
then
doesn't.
and then just turns the corner, and there he is, Christian, and even she physically recoils and goes, "What the fuck?" She actually does that. So
Repulsed.
you know that is stalker. That is just a stalker right there. And then the third instance, the second was buggering her on her bed by surprise.
Oh, yeah.
The third was when she went to Georgia, wasn't it, to see her mother.
Yeah.
And that's like, how many states is that, like, away from Seattle? That's like that's some time away from what I know.
I'm not an American
It
expert.
yeah, it's.
But then, like, yeah, they go out for.
they're having
lunch
what's
or
it,
something.
Cosmos? They're drinking or something like that.
And she
And all
gets
of
a
a
new
sudden
drink
she
and she gets a text.
yeah,
Another Cosmo?
and she's like, what? And then he comes around the corner.
And you can
like
tell
3
she's like
seconds later.
furious with him.
Like
She knows he's
That's
there.
creepy.
I-
Very creepy.
If I did any of the stuff that Christian Grey did in the film, I would be arrested.
Yeah.
I would be arrested and charged with crimes of many types.
I don't think that kind of thing was in the contract anyway.
No, was it? I don't think.
So-
Did they list stalking in the contract?
No.
So, yeah.
So,
He did say you could leave. In the sex scene, you could leave when you want to. That's what he says. You could leave when you want to.
yeah. How can you leave though when you leave when you are tied up to the ceiling?
It's also really weird, that they went through the safe words so many times. That
Yeah,
you thought it
yellow
would come
and red,
into
and they don't
play
even appear.
eventually.
They don't
Yellow for that's not great.
No, it's
Stop
not. I'm
doing that,
reaching
please.
the limit
And-
in it. Yellow was
and
reaching the
red
limit.
for stop everything right now.
My arse is tired.
And they never came in. So what was the point? Just bad
I
storytelling.
think they might be trying to establish
fanfic
some
of
stuff.
Twilight writer.
I think they're trying to establish some stuff for the sequels, but then again, each male actor that comes into it is because the guy who's done the first one, he don't want to do it no
Jamie
more.
Dornan. No, I
It's
don't think
he's
he will.
apparently it's ruined his
No.
sex life.
No, he's going to do it for 4 million in the sequel. He's going to do it.
I think
I
he did
would
it,
ask
he did it for a
much.
boost, so people will know who he is. But I don't think he needs to now. People know who he is now. I,
I
don't think
would
he needs to do
ask
anymore.
for the entire budget of the film because 4 million ain't enough to do that film. I applaud those two for trying because good lord did they try. But what could you make out of a story that doesn't actually have any plot?
You cannot polish a turd.
Yeah, oh you can. It's just you got to put it.
you
in,
can try.
You can put it in the freezer and then you'd give
very
it.
messy.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah, you put
I've
it in the
never tried
freezer,
that.
Chris, and then bit of wax. Shiny poo.
So,
He
Yeah.
breathes the same air about us.
Yeah, I do.
Jamie, was actor Jamie Dornan? He wasn't very
It's
convincing.
Jamie Dornan.
It's very wooden. Yeah, Dawn.
Very wooden, but then
Very wooden
again, you
performance.
would feel awkward filming all that stuff. So they can't. You can
Worth that
see.
money.
You can see
You
that
can
they
see
were.
him grimace in his eyes.
You could see that they were
He
trying,
knew-
but at the
he
same
knew how
time,
bad it was.
yeah, they were
Yeah,
trying,
of
but
course.
they didn't know what to do. And I don't blame them, to be honest.
I thought
Yeah,
her
James.
performance was pretty good.
I want to put a question to the viewers. I want to know if anyone took the book or the film seriously, because if you took
we
it
all know someone who's
seriously,
read it.
why? How and why can you take it seriously? We couldn't stop laughing, could we?
No.
Actually, no, there were a few breaks in laughs because Jesus Christ, the dialogue did get really boring
Yeah.
at some points. But yeah, we were laughing pretty much through most of it.
Yeah, at one point we're checking the time.
Yeah, we're checking the time all the time. I check.
Yeah, it was hitting 2 hours, and I was like,
Are we-
When's it going to film?
Yeah, when's it going to finish, and when is the story going to start?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I actually had a look at my phone, and what's it? Because I checked the IMDb to see how long it was, because I knew it started about 6:10 or something, wasn't it? And when I checked the
yeah.
phone, it was like, I think it
Getting
was
on
just
8 o'clock.
after. No, it was just after 8
8.
that I checked.
8.
Like the time, I was like, the film's almost over, but nothing's been established.
It doesn't.
I know,
it
it's
doesn't
just
seem
so
like.
stupid.
And then it felt like, okay, this film's long enough. Let's just.
Let's just
Okay,
end
cut
it
it
here.
now. All right, good. We'll stick the rest of it on the next film.
If,
Okay.
Cliffhanger.
if
Is that all right? Can we do that?
they can try. It's not up to us to try that.
The other bit I like was the only chemistry they had was when they were dancing to Frank Sinatra. I really like that scene. Did you? When they were dancing?
Yeah.
No,
that
that
was
was
quite. That was quite nice.
That was quite romantic. And
There
that was about it.
There was a scene where he was playing the piano, like before we got into the playroom.
Yeah.
Playing on the piano,
Edward Cullen, anyone?
he sees a naked woman come towards him. He's thought, right, I'm having that, and picks her up and takes her back
having
to
that
bed
shit.
to get buggered. But yeah, the playroom, full of all sorts of mysteries there. Like they had, a bunch
Some
of
of the
cat's tails.
Yeah, some of the dialogue is just so like, I think they tried to film it as if this is gonna be very sexy and everyone's gonna be like, ooh.
Is that your best Sean Connery?
No, that's just I don't know. That's
Very
the voice I chose to use for that
sexy.
specific
Very
word.
sexy.
And then it comes to things like, what's that? That's a flogger.
And I'm gonna flog you with it.
And we all have
Feel this
nice
on your ass.
wee chuckle.
And
Chuckle
like I said,
vision.
there was a sword, which, like I said, was it
Bead sword.
sadist day, Bushido warrior at night.
Then
and-
we moved on to all sorts of handcuffs and clamps.
Yeah, what's it? He brought something down from the ceiling, which he tied her to. Restrained her to.
Yeah.
And then he attacked her with a peacock feather.
Yeah,
Which, I find
that was really weird. Like,
I think they only
Peacock
chose
feathers.
that feather because it has the
Oh,
word
weird.
cock in it.
I did think
Feather
that.
scene, that's just
I was
weird.
thinking that at the time.
Yeah, and it has the word P in it, which has
That
no
doesn't seem
relevance.
very extreme at all. Like
But still,
the most intense sex scene.
It's just-
she was like blindfolded, tied up, and he's just rubbing a feather.
Rubbing a feather. Then
What
he
are
got
you
one of the floggers, and just sort
yeah.
of brushed it over her, and then give her small whips and stuff like that. And she was,
Gave her a little
I'm liking
light
this.
it was
flash.
so bad. It was like watching a train crash, but you can't stop watching it. Basically.
Yeah.
You can stop.
It's sort of an effective way to say it. It's like a. What it was, I think. Would you say? It put me off of sex a little bit, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, it's like watching the birth of a child. It's like that area there for women during childbirth meets such lethal destruction because technically a human is passing through that, and this basically did.
Wonderful.
Yeah, this basically did the same thing.
Glorious imagery.
To me. Yeah,
Terry.
yeah. I am the master of horrid imagery. You know me.
How
I'm
long
going to
will-
put the levers back on just to make myself a bit more sinister with it.
How long will it put you off watching Pornhub?
Hey?
How long will it put you off watching Pornhub?
About
Until you
2
got
minutes.
home.
About 2 minutes.
Did
And
you
then
find
I
the
was
sequel on there?
then I was straight onto amputee midget porn.
Oh, before we give our
Wonderful.
final thoughts, what about the soundtrack? That was good.
It was really weird. Like
Yeah, the soundtrack was good.
it said soundtrack by Danny Elfman, and then it was all
Oh,
like pop songs.
There was Danny Elfman.
What happened there?
So Danny Elfman
R&B
actually did
songs.
composed for this film.
Two songs he composed.
What was-
Yeah, 2 songs.
There was the song "What Are You Waiting For?" and I was waiting for the movie to end. For one,
All for it to start.
yeah, start or end because it did neither of those really.
And that version of Crazy in Love, that was weird, wasn't it? By Beyonce, that version of Crazy of Love.
I don't really remember that.
That scene in the sex scene,
Yeah, I remember.
that was so weird.
That was alright.
Slowed.
It was in the trailer.
And also,
so crazy in love because he's sticking it straight in my bum.
did you like I Put a Spell on You?
Yeah, I did like that.
I put a spell on.
At the
don't
beginning.
even know.
Cause you're a man.
That was a good impression.
Thank you.
Good version of Annie Lennox.
Is there anything else? Is there anything else?
I want to say, it's definitely not a love story. You can't try to make it that because it's just not that. I think it's more. The story would have done better. First of all, the genre would have done better if you don't take it seriously. Make it a raunchy comedy. The first funny film with a lot of sex in. And then also,
That's essentially what that book is. Unintentionally comedic.
but
but-
next time, do it intentionally.
Basically,
Yeah, don't make smart look professional.
it's not like The Room funny, but it's just basically boring as well. It's just
Boring
when-
with some funny bits. in
Yeah,
there.
that's about it.
I thought that this story,
Was shocking.
that too, it was also more of a sexual awakening for a girl. It's a story of a girl who starts off very timid and shy. She doesn't know what she wants. She's just meandering
It's
along.
more of a, it's not an awakening, it's a rapening.
She's going along, and then she meets a dude which she likes, and then she falls in love with, and he shows her
He's a
the
sick-
ropes.
Oh.
He dominates her, and then in turn she starts to build up confidence, and then she starts to dominate him mentally, and then towards the end of the film, she's saying no to him. She's like, "Bruv, I am king. You are just more nothing." Okay then, see ya. Go on the elevator. So
And then Anna.
that's my analysis of the story. Anna, Christian.
My thoughts. It kind of.
Peekaboo.
Well, it says it's kind of similar in the vein of the book. Like, I think with that, it's basically a man turning a woman into a sex toy that he can kick the shit
Yeah.
out of. Let's say the writing is awful. The cinematography is really good.
It's quite good, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Writing bad, cinematography good, acting wooden just, you know,
Director, sack, tick.
there's just, it's more wooden than Christian Grey's penis. Not grey, not faithful. And just, both the characters are absolute idiots, no matter which way you put it at the end of the day.
Okay.
And
Although I have to agree, it was a very nice burlap sack.
oh yeah, it was a very nice burlap sack.
Giorgio, your final thoughts?
By God, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. You agree? It could have been worse.
I agree, it could have been worse. I think, to be
It's-
honest, all in all, the writing is awful, the acting is wooden, the
No,
director is pish, but I liked it.
There's kind of an ego.
Enjoyed it.
There's kind of an ego in the crew, and that no, we've got to make this good. You know, they've got to try and make it look good to appease their own egos.
I'd like
kind
to
of thing.
find out what the ratio is between male and female crew for that movie. I'm guessing it's a lot different to.
Well, if it
how other movie
was
crews go.
women, I'd expect the floor to be a damn sight
So, yeah.
wetter.
So yeah, the story.
I
is
wonder
just-
who did that
story-
risk assessment.
Well, the story is basically just like two
There's
going
no
back and forth
story.
with each other.
The story, okay, the
There's no
story
story.
is,
There's no story.
will she sign the contract?
That is literally it.
That is what the film is about. It's got
The-
nothing to do with the sex, it's got nothing to do with the romance. It's, let's find a way to get this girl to sign a contract.
And also,
The
So
end.
I
And then she
can-
doesn't.
But they
Nothing's
still go
changed.
along and do some of the. They still do some of the things, and nothing's changed.
basically, I thought it was trying to be a drama, then an erotic film, and it failed.
It
It failed.
It was not erotic. There was nothing.
Yeah, they changed it.
It didn't. It wasn't attractive.
Like I said, it briefly stirred the loins, and then the loins remembered that it's 50 Shades of Grey, and then they went back to
It-
sleep.
In the book, it's supposed to be erotic, but I think they changed the film to a more of a drama.
I'm not sure if even
Yeah.
ladies like Jamie Dornan as him. I don't think they were.
No,
really
well,
attracted to him.
all the
Apart
women
from
that
his lovely
I,
man boobies.
all the women that
Got
I
his big
talk to
pecs.
about 50 Shades, they all say no, he's not that handsome.
Jamie.
And they're right. He's average. He's just an average-looking guy when he's supposed to be like drop dead
Jamie.
gorgeous.
Jamie, you killed your
Jamie.
career.
Bit like me, really.
Jamie, you killed your career. I'm sorry. Being
No,
that
he
film.
killed his
I think-
sex life.
I think he
And
was good at
sex
sex life. He started his career. I think her performance was good, but his was just terrible.
So overall, it's quite awful, but it could have been a lot worse.
It could have been no.
Yeah, and
no, I
look,
don't
very
think that
long.
they would reach Titanic animated
It's funny.
levels of
It's
terrible.
funny. Come on.
It's
There's
funny,
there's funny parts.
but it's not room funny. It's not the room funny.
No, it will
Nothing.
never ever be The Room funny.
It goes too far in the way of terrible dialogue, but nowhere near far enough in what I thought the S&M level was going to be.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a lot more hardcore.
A little bit of
I
a
thought like there was
feather rub.
I thought there was going to be like legs ripped off and like heads just put up arses and all other kind of things. But no, it was
Pretty bad.
yeah, it failed.
Shocking.
Yeah, it failed. It just
So let's wrap it up, shall we?
how do we wrap this up? Oh no, we do it like how they ended the film. Christian,
Terry.
Giorgio,
Terry.
Christian.
Giorgio.
Christian. Bye.
I don't do romance. My tastes are very singular. You wouldn't understand.
Be seated.
Yes!